High vibrations, love. Beautiful new day. So I just wanted to give you guys some insight about 2025 and what to expect with 2025 being the universal year 9, which is ruled by Mars. So if you are interested in learning more about what to expect, stick around. So what to expect next year for universal year 9. So Mars rules the first house in astrology, which is the house of self-awareness. So 2025 is all about how self-aware you are, how much you understand yourself, how much do you know yourself. It's your identity. You really getting deep inside of you and being vulnerable with yourself, getting raw with yourself, being truthful with yourself, who you are and where you are, and really understanding how to go after the things that you love and that you're passionate about in life and why, right? Because that's all Mars is about. Mars will show you wherever it is in your chart, will show you how you fight, how passionate you are about the things that you love, and how you go about going after those things. What type of energy do you carry when you go after the things you love? Although 9 is the number of completion, it is also the number of new beginnings. So it's the ending and the beginning. Like they say, out with the old, in with the new, all in one. Right? So 9 year is gonna really make you tap in with yourself. If you have not had time to sit with yourself and figure out who the fuck you are, 2025 gonna make you do that. Cause you should have been did that. Should have been did that. A lot of people running around daily, working jobs, raising families, and just living, but have never took the time to sit in stillness with yourself and figure out who you are, why you do the things you do, why you move the way you do, why do you think how you do, why do you respond to shit the way you do. A lot of people are carrying a lot of childhood wounds. So they are adults that's carrying things that has affected them negatively as children. And they don't know how to navigate these experiences. So sometimes they turn into drunks. They start doing drugs. They become incarcerated. They just make terrible decisions in life. Now, I personally don't believe in good or bad. I feel like that can be justified. I feel like everything is a frequency, everything is a vibration. So you just have to realize when you're vibrating low and when you're vibrating high. Now, 2024 was ruled by Saturn, which is year 8. The infinity symbol is what goes around comes around. This was a very karmic year. It gave you a clear reflection of the seeds you have sown from the past all the way up until now. A lot of people had to face themselves. They had to face what they've done. They have to face the energy that they've been putting into the world, because the universe can only give you back what you put out. So if you look around at your life and you're a blessed person that never want for anything, every time you look up, you get what you deserve. That means that you are putting that energy into the universe. You're always pouring into other people. You're always pouring into different spaces that need your light and your energy. So the universe is going to reflect that and give that back to you. Now, if you a negative, low vibrational motherfucker that's always hurting people and taking from people, you will feel depleted. You won't feel complete. You will always be chasing something outside of yourself to feel that inner fulfillment, right? Because that's what you have sown into the universe. So none of what you truly want will be fulfilled. I don't care how much money you got, how successful you got. It's many successful millionaires and celebrities that has everything, but they are still empty. Okay? So money means nothing. So when y'all get to that point in your journey to understand that, then we can have that conversation. But money means nothing. I will much more so rather be spiritually rich and be resourceful. So what that looks like is going into places and spaces and all your needs being fulfilled and being met. See, I don't have to have the money, but I can go into the dealership and pick out a car, fucked up credit, no money, but just being spiritually high, a spiritual high ranking, and being spiritually rich, and being able to get in what the fuck I want to drive, because I simply have done an identity shift where I am energetically in the energy of everything that I desire. So everything I want wants me back. Get what I'm saying? All right, follow me. Follow me, don't follow me. Y'all following me. So, this 9 energy is going to make you be very assertive, and it's going to make you stand in your true power, okay? It's going to make you stand in your true power. I encourage everyone to spend a lot of time figuring out what it is that truly makes you happy in 2025. If you have never took the time to do that, if all you do is work, make money, chase shit, pour into other people, never spend time alone, you always making sure everybody else good, you always pouring from an empty cup, this is the year that you have to face yourself. You're going to have to be in introspection. You're going to have to get in solitude. You're going to have to really figure out what your definition of passion is. What is it that you love? How are you showing up in the world? That's what 2025 is going to make you figure out. And 2025 being ruled by Mars is also a combative energy. Mars is a warrior energy. So that's another thing to expect. Stay out the motherfucking way. Because a lot of people, they going to be on bullshit in 2025. Because the energy of Mars is, I gotta have this, I need this, I need to do this to get this feeling, because it is the planet of energy. So everybody is trying to have their energy fed. Everybody's trying to feed off something to enhance them, right? Because it's self-awareness. So everybody's gonna be looking for something. Everybody's gonna be seeking something. And my advice is go within. Fuck seeking anything outside of you, because all it's gonna do is take you down a road of fucking destruction. Because when Mars is not maintained properly, shit can get very destructive. Shit can get very active. Shit can get very violent. Fights. That's what Mars is about. Fighting. How you fight. What type of energy do you have when you fight? For example, my Mars is in Cancer. If you know anything about cancers can be passive aggressive. We don't want to fight. That's why most Cancer Mars are passive aggressive. But you got to be careful with a motherfucker. Listen, Mars is debilitated in Cancer. So Cancer can act a motherfucking nuts in Mars. That energy can be very conniving, and it can get dark. Don't think just because Cancer is water, don't think we ain't about that. But it's gonna be in a very like sneaky kind of way. And I'm just being honest, because I know I've been able to go through my entire chart and heal a lot of my placements so that I can thrive and be the best version of myself. But I had to be real about what it was that I was dealing with in order to really, properly get more familiar with who I am and where I needed some tweaks, right? So anywho, I want to give y'all a quick example of Mars energy and Saturn together. So remember how I was telling y'all that the first house is ruled by Mars? Well, when you have Saturn in the first house, Saturn is going to limit Mars. You get what I'm saying? It's going to limit the energy. It's going to, you're not going to have that assertive energy. You're going to have times where you're going to overthink shit. You're going to have times where you're going to sleep on yourself. You're not really going to be showing up in the world as you should. And you're going to always hold yourself back from the things that you really love or that's really important to you. You're going to limit yourself from reaching your full potential. And that's just an example of how Saturn show up in the Mars energy, because we are in Saturn energy right now. And then next year, big 9 energy, big Mars energy. So Mars just wants you to show up as your true self and get fully aware with who you are, because if you know who the fuck you are, can't nobody else tell you who you are. A lot of y'all are misled. You're misled by these false ass prophets on the internet. You're misled by watching other people's life and wanting to be like them. Y'all are misled by society. Y'all are misled by the government. Y'all are misled by all of this bullshit because you don't know who you are. So when you become more self-aware and you tap into your self-mastery, which is what I teach, follow my page, check out my website, link in the bio. And I also have an identity shifting mentorship one-on-one right now that is on sale, and the sale ends January 1st. If you need assistance with showing up as your true authentic self, that's what I do for a living. I'm going to help you show the fuck up and show the fuck out. If you going to show up, bitch, you going to show out. We ain't going to have step. And you really have to know who you are in order to get what you really want out of life. You would never be able to live in your highest potential, your highest being, your highest peak if you don't know who the fuck you are. So I wish y'all nothing but success. next year in 2025. I love y'all. Peace.